A lot of R&R's thrown around.
A lot of R's, a bunch of hard R's.
But yeah,
shoot a Glock to protect your cock.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hooked up and
Well, that didn't come till later. It's you know, we live in Mid-Ohio, not Chicago, so don't worry about it, kind of thing.
They'd probably be used to it. But we'll go down in this gun room, and I'm like, man, I suck at this. Like, I ain't got nothing. Like, we want to sound cooler than what we are. But
Shot show.
Shot show.
Shot show's coming up.
We are going to be there. No, we're not.
Maybe next year.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the first episode of Your Daily Dose, a podcast by R&R. As always, I'm Logan.
I'm Ethan, and today we're just going to kind of go over just a little bit of an introduction of what we're going to be doing here on the podcast, who we are, how this all kind of got started, and what our plans are for the future.
So I'll go ahead and start off. As always, you know I'm Logan. If you guys are new, you guys haven't seen any of our content yet, we do have two channels. It would be Reloads and Reps as this one, and then we also have your daily R&R, which is our second channel, B channel, whatever you want to call it. Grew up in Ohio, born and raised, moved out of state for a few years. Grew up playing sports, played baseball. That was my go-to. Played sports until about high school, give or take. After that, kind of fizzled away. That's when I really got into outdoors, hunting, fishing. Mainly hunting. That's kind of where my love of firearms and guns and things of that nature came from. Now, being 34 years old, I've been hunting for over 20 years. I am mainly an archery hunter. That's all I use is a compound now. I don't really gun hunt no more, but the love of the firearms really, really stuck with me, and that's kind of where, we are today with it. So.
And my name's Ethan, if you guys know, but same kind of situation. I grew up out in the country here in Mid-Ohio. Never grew up hunting, though. My dad didn't hunt. My family members didn't hunt. But I grew up outside. We were always outside hiking, going to local national parks and stuff, or state parks. Had a four-wheeler, always rode that a lot. But when I turned 17, I enlisted in the United States Army as an infantryman in the DEP, using DEP, so the Delayed Entry Program. I graduated in 2010, left for basic training on June 23rd, 2010. I went down to Fort Benning, the infantry school. I know it's probably called something else now, but I'm going to refer to it as Fort Benning, Georgia. I did some other training after basic and then got sent to Fort Bliss, Texas, where I spent my time in the Army. I did deploy to Iraq in 2011. Same year I got married, deployed shortly after that. Without getting too much into it, 2014, got out of the Army, moved home. Just one of those, I thought the Army was going to be what I did forever. But some other situations made it to where that wasn't what I was going to do forever. So moved back home, kind of did the whole reintegration process of trying to come back into being a civilian. Without getting too much into it, it's one of those where, you go from having a brotherhood, guys you rely on, guys you're with every day, to all of a sudden you get home and it's just like, your old buddies from high school, they're in college or they don't have a clue what you went through. But anyways, we had a mutual friend that introduced us back in 2016,
That's
2015.
It was when it was before. It was when I was in Minnesota still. It was before I moved back.
2015?
Maybe 14, 15, because I moved back in 16. So,
Okay.
And I think it was about a year or so before I moved back is when we hooked up and
that didn't come till later. It's know.
But yeah, I think it was like 2015 before I moved back in 16 is when I came home for a party or something, birthday, whatever it may be, and our mutual buddy, knew that I was into guns. He was into guns, obviously, and then we just kind of went over there one day and started shooting, and then literally the rest is history. I mean, it's been...
I say we shot together for a
10
while,
years now.
And then back in 2017, I think, he got a hold of Aaron Cowan through Sage Dynamics. We set up a class down on my range. So that kind of started our journey into
really getting into
doing
the
stuff
firearms
together, because I did CCW classes from 2014 till about 2017, I think 2016. But I taught a lot of people for CCW. I've done a lot of stuff with training local law enforcement officers that want to get better at shooting. Say they're trying to get on the SWAT team, whatever it may be. They would come to me. I helped them out. So I've been doing some small time instructing for a while.
Yeah.
Did some competitive shooting when I was down in Fort Bliss. And I would love to say the Army taught me how to shoot. Anybody out there that knows, the Army doesn't really teach you how to shoot. They teach you
how to survive, I guess, realistically.
Yeah, well, it's always they're always kind of holding your hand. It's never just big boy rules. So, but yeah, I learned how to shoot from kind of doing some different competitions, getting with guys that really know how to shoot. But like I said, then we fast forward. We did the Aaron Cowan Sage Dynamics class. Life kind of evolved, changed. We both had more kids, moved into houses, started our lives. Fast forward about 4 years ago now, Logan decided to take a leap and come out and work at the place I've been working since 2014. Well, I guess pre that. Right when I got out of the Army, for about 9 months, I worked at a local gun shop here in mid-Ohio. If you're in Ohio, everybody's heard of them, Sportsman's Den. They're like a pretty well-known gun store here in Ohio. So I worked there for a couple months, and I got in and out at a steel mill local to us. And I worked there for 8 years, and then Logan started working out there. We got on the same schedule. So, yeah.
We're gonna shoot anyway. We're gonna shoot regardless. We're gonna plink. We're gonna train. We're gonna do whatever.
Shoot, pre-2020 when ammo was cheap.
Yeah.
We would go through, and it's also pre-kids too.
Yeah. They were a little bit younger, so they were napping more. And
you
could
go in and get Freedom Munitions. You could pick up a case of 9mm for $120 shipped. Yeah. We'd go through 3,000 or 4,000 rounds of ammo a month. We'd shoot 2 to 3 times a week sometimes. Then kind of the whole COVID thing happened and ammo prices skyrocketed, so everything slowed down. And
we slowed down heavy on shooting.
I would go down and still try to shoot once or twice a month with my concealed carry handgun.
That was and if it was a it was like a box or so. It was
doing some ball and dummy, just doing some different drills, just trying to really get the fundamentals down. Well, and then ammo prices started to come down about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. So we got together and did a little bit of shooting here and there. And then we kind of talked about it at work, hey, we need to actually get into shooting again and being serious about this.
Yeah.
So we kind of started getting more serious about it. And then early spring of this year, whenever this gets put out, it could be
spring of 25.
Spring of 2025. We went down and did some shooting, and we got back up to the house. We're loading stuff up, and I just kind of made a mention to Logan. I was like, hey, man, I used to do some YouTube stuff back in the day. If that's something you ever want to do, let me know. Something I've been kind of thinking about. And
me being me, when I go into something, I go all in. I was like, heck yeah, let's jump in, let's do it,
I think he texted me 2 days later, and you already ordered lapel mics and
yeah. Literally, we ordered the Hollyland mics. We hit, nothing crazy, but for us, and we still use them today.
Yeah.
I know it's not like we've been doing it forever. We've been doing it for 8 months or whatever, but we still use them every video. And we just hopped right into it. Our first video or two wasn't. Great. It was the first video or two. If anyone's ever done YouTube or watched newer channels, it's not the greatest. I was editing on an iPad.
Yeah. But you made a goal. You made a goal for yourself originally. It said, "Hey, every video, I just want to make it better."
Yeah. Every video that I make, even now, I want to get better and better. Even if it's a certain part of editing, the cutting, more entertaining, more engaging, whatever it may be, and our views and subscription count has gone up, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If not, don't make me cry. But we did that for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And then I texted him one night at work. I sent him a screenshot of a iMac that I bought for $2,000, and he was like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Man, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right."
Yeah.
So I ended up just getting an iMac. I made it a little appealing to the wife that, it's for the house and for the kids, which it is. Don't get me wrong. It is.
But
a lot of my editing programs and software and stuff is on it.
Yeah.
I'm in there It depends how long the video is. You know, obviously I want to be comfortable and have a good setup or whatever. You know, I'm in there 2 to 4 to 10 hours, depending on whatever I'm editing on.
Depending how autistic you want to get with it.
Yes, 100%. And then, you know, after that, we kind of made a goal on where we want to be in a few months. You know, it's a subscriber count or even just, you know, quality wise and whatever else. And we bumped up. We had, if you guys have watched us from the get-go, if you have watched us from the get-go, you see that the range has changed.
And it was right around the same time you bought that iMac. We had a range that my family and I had been using for 25 years, 30 years. A lot of memories down there, a lot of rounds shot, a lot of different iterations of that range. Started out the little tiny quarter-size IPSEC AR-500 target, and that was it, to what you guys kind of saw at the beginning of this channel. If you go back and watch some of our earlier videos, it was a 500-yard range with a crazy good backstop. But some stuff happened, and we lost the ability to use that range. That property got sold. So it was kind of like, man, we got to do this. So thankfully, my wife, she was like, you know, just put in a new range. And, you know, God...
Thankfully that you
God
have
took
land
care of us
and acres, you know.
Yes, I've got a good little chunk of property. We live outside city limits. I've got a ravine on my property with a really big backstop. So I told him, I was like, I'm going to get going on that. I've got a buddy that's got an excavating business on the side, land management company, I guess.
And that big old brush hog thing.
Yep.
That thing.
So I got a hold of him. He came out, gave us a pretty decent deal, but it still cost some money. And at that same time, he had gotten a hold of Challenge Targets.
Yep.
And we kind of got our first little sponsorship through them.
Brad, if you're watching, we still appreciate everything.
We appreciate the crap out of it. You have no clue how much we appreciate it. But gave us some targets pretty much at cost, I believe.
Yeah, well, we had,
It was like 30% off.
Yeah, he gave us, before we had our own discount code, he gave us
Which that discount code is RR10 over at challengetargets.com. We'll give you 10% off your entire purchase.
That's the entire purchase as well. Not just certain things, the entire purchase.
But no, so we got some new targets for that range, and that range it's still working. We got some work to do on it, but it is nice. It's right out my back door, or side door, I guess. And we can shoot on it here in Ohio. We've got really good shooting laws. So we live outside city limits. We can go out and shoot at 3 o'clock in the morning if we want. We're not going to. I don't want to piss off the people that live around me, but if we want to do some night shooting or something, I can text a few of the neighbors that are within a mile and just be like, hey, we're going to be shooting tonight.
You hear some banging.
We live in mid-Ohio, not Chicago, so don't worry about it kind of thing.
They'd probably be used to it.
So, yeah. But anyways, that's just kind of like a brief
that's kind of where we are now, kind of a little gradual story time. I mean, excuse the crude setup. I mean, we threw some guns and some gear in the background just to try to make it look, whatever. But we are, in a basement right now. We're just, hey, we got to start somewhere, before we get an actual podcast room going and whatever else. I mean, we went all in. We got some decent mics. We got lighting. We got the whole shebang. So hopefully it comes through on the video to where it's not nasty, crackly, poppy. It's good quality mics. Good quality entertainment, I guess, if you want to say at least. Some information put out there.
Well, and also this is just a big work in progress. I mean, this is going to keep on evolving, getting bigger, getting more important. Because we've got some stuff in the works. We got some plans coming in the spring. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts, and a lot of pieces that are going to start coming together. So so just kind of getting into it. We've had some pretty recent stuff going on as far as different projects, different videos that we've been trying to work on. And just one of those, we kind of get our inspiration. We'll post up some videos, like some shorts, and we try to do that three times a week usually per channel. And if we see some traction on something we posted, that kind of is like, okay, maybe that's trending, maybe that's something that's popular. So you guys kind of saw, well, if you didn't see, go back and watch it. I thought it was actually pretty good. We did a 10/22 Charger video. Yeah. I know it was the first time you really ran that gun. Mm-hmm. What'd you think of it? What was
I liked it. I mean, for having a nice training tool like that, 22 being relatively, inexpensive, just being able to, having it being a pistol, it's still got the, the brace on it and stuff, but you can still get the fundamentals down, stuff like that. Just get some rounds down range. I mean, and that's realistically, it doesn't matter what caliber it is, as long as you're, getting some fundamental work. I mean, that's going to be your main part of shooting wise. So,
and that was just kind of a fun gun too, because it's it's something that you could throw any shooter behind it for the most part.
Yeah.
Especially with that suppressor on it, makes it kind of fun, very quiet.
You got to worry about ears if you don't want to.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was kind of my philosophy for building that building that pistol. Was a few years back. I've got 3 kids. Oldest one is getting to about that age where I want to really teach her how to start shooting. So I was like, I need to put together a little rifle that she can handle without, because I've taken them down before, and I've got like a tripod with a hog saddle on it that you can put the gun in and clamp it down, and I'll aim it for them. They pretty much get behind it and pull the trigger, So I was like, I want to get a gun that we can actually start, teaching them how to, because he's got a daughter that's probably right about the same age, ready to start shooting.
Just turned 13.
Yeah.
I got a teenager, dog.
It's crazy. Mine just turned 10. So, but get them down there, start trying to with it. So that was kind of the philosophy behind putting that little firearm together. Something easy and fun to shoot. But that also brings us into the next video. I'm not sure if it's going to be the video before this, maybe one of the first videos next year. It's recorded, but whenever we decide to put it out, in November, end of November, we decided to go pick up one of those Taurus TX22s. And man, I'll tell you, that's a fun little gun.
Yeah,
that's one of the most surprising. That's the first Taurus I've ever bought.
Yeah.
But
at the end of the day, it's a 22.
Yeah.
But
it's fun. It's got a high magazine capacity for a 22.
Yeah. Great trigger.
Yeah, trigger's
for a 22. Great trigger.
Ergonomics on the grip are good.
Really reminds you of a dagger.
Yeah.
Kind of just the feel in the hand, like you said, the ergos of it and everything. But for $300, I mean, you can't beat it, especially for a kid's training tool, or even just you not wanting to shoot a bunch of 9, or if you shoot 40, 45, whatever it may be that you carry. Just going down there and just getting the fundamentals down and everything else. I mean, you can't beat it. Like, you really can't. So
throw the suppressor on it, and it makes it super quiet. But yeah, I mean, that's one very fun gun. I'm excited for you guys to see that video. It's going to be a good one. But
I was just gonna say with the video, obviously, whenever this comes up, the 22 Charger's already out. Go ahead and go watch that one if you guys haven't. It's a fun little video. We do got a couple other videos in the works, so we don't know when this podcast is going to go up, or when the little montagey thing that we got coming up, or just they're going to be up within the next few weeks for sure. So,
and we've got just kind of the ideas on our different videos. So we do some kind of like first looks on guns. Mm-hmm. We do some like little brief reviews, nothing crazy. Then we've done a few, and we're going to probably do a lot more philosophy videos. Talking about different things, what their reasons for them are, different pieces of gear, different guns, stuff like that.
We are mainly 90% gun, firearm related, but we do have some knife videos, stuff, some gear videos.
Which we're going to have a lot of. I'd say this year we're going to have a good amount of knife videos coming out.
Yeah.
Because we've got some new knives in the project that we're kind of testing right now. Mm-hmm. This guy just got me a stinking Winkler belt knife. Son of a gun.
I mean, I thought you got me a Montana knife company.
I know, but I thought I was going to one-up you this year, you son of a gun.
And then we just picked up I don't know if you guys can see behind us, the Ruger PC Charger. We just picked that up a couple days ago, and we're going to run the snot out of that.
Yeah, and say I've got a Ruger PC carbine takedown that I've had for
years.
When they first came out. So I want to say 2017, 2018 probably.
It's been a while.
So we'll have the rifle version and then the pistol version. We're going to be able to run the snot out of those, kind of talk about different philosophies of use on those and where they kind of fall in. Because one of the big things that we've also tried to do is, we're a firearms channel, but we're a preparedness channel too. So like, with firearms, we're talking about, being prepared for a worst case scenario, whether that be, an active shooter, self-defense, economic collapse, whatever it may be. Yeah. Just trying to get you prepared for that.
We're trying to spread some knowledge.
Yeah.
Of a umbrella of what could happen.
One subject kind of with an umbrella
branches out.
So like we've done our EDC setups. His and mine both. We've done, and that's also another thing is like I've been doing this since 2010. So I've got a lot of different gear, a lot of different bags, a lot of different kits, a lot of different stuff. I mean, you've kind of more recently gotten into doing this.
Yeah,
Like-
like heavily got into it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. People out there watching our videos, other people's videos, come from someone like me who went through that. But like, you know, you see, we're the same. I'm 6 months older, but like we're the same age.
Yeah.
Like, but I seen his setup, his gun room, his bags, his gear. But you got to think he's been doing it for 16 years now.
I mean, I was one of those weirdos where I was stationed down in El Paso, Texas. My family lived in mid-Ohio. We're not going to give out the exact location, but it's one of those where I started back in 2010 when I was living in the barracks. Like, okay, something happens. How am I going to get home?
Yeah.
What am I going to need to get home? So I started watching, you know, Nut and Fancy. And, I mean, there was a bunch of guys back then that I was watching, you know, and I was picking up gear. And then I got my first apartment after I got married and I got back from Iraq. Got some more setups, some get home bags, some different plans, you know. So anyways, like you said, I've been doing this since 2010.
Yeah.
I've been doing
so like I said, don't
15,
harp
16
on
years.
yourself. Don't be like, oh man, I'm so far behind. Like everyone goes at their own pace. Everything. I don't want to sound cliche. Everything happens for a reason. When you got a little extra money, something might pop up, like your stove may go out or something. You know what I mean? But like everything happens for a reason. So when you start getting in that situation where you have a little bit of extra money to put towards gear, firearms, you know, ammo, bags, you know, whatever it may be, like just go at your own pace and don't try to compare yourself to other people because you'll freaking drive yourself insane. Because like I said, trust me, I've done it because I'll be over there, we'll be shooting and we'll go down in this gun room and I'm like, man, I suck at this. Like I ain't got nothing. Like, but slowly but surely, you know, I've bought more firearms this year than I have in the past 5 years.
Same.
Like, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that you guys are, you know, the culprits, but you know, we've been getting, you know, stuff for us and for our setups and everything else, but also for the channel, things of that nature, because we know what's going to come back.
I mean, heck, here in the last, what would you say, 6 months, we spent almost $2,000 on knives alone.
Knives alone, yeah. I mean, like $200.
Yeah. If Andrea, Katie, if you guys are watching this,
if the wives are watching, it was like $200 tops, max.
I added a zero to it. I was just being facetious.
We want to sound cooler than what we are.
But no, I mean, seriously, though, because it's one of those, he's been setting up his plate carrier. I have a secondary plate carrier, secondary battle belt. He's setting up his first battle belt, and it was kind of like, you know, that's where the whole knife thing came from. It was like, okay, what multi-tool we're going to put on those battle belts, and what knife we're going to put on the battle belt, and what knife we're going to put on the plate carrier. So it kind of turned into going down a rabbit hole from everything from a $30 or $40 cold steel SRK to a $500 Winkler belt knife.
I say you can say Winkler or Montana Knife Company,
or
we don't have to throw the price because anyone that's been around it knows.
Or the Tor Sear 4.5.
Yep,
that's up there at the same price.
Even like the Darter. And then I got the Tor Serpent. Like, I mean, it's
so yeah. So
but, I mean, at the end of the day, like we said, it's going to come back, and we know it. So.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I'm one of those guys. I'm going to spend the money no matter what. But
buy once, cry once, kind of thing.
Yeah, tell the wife, hey, got to do it for a video. She's like, oh, okay.
Working extra overtime or something.
Sometimes work a couple extra overtimes. So, like, one of the things is like, you know, just talking about different kits and gear and stuff. One of the things you guys will kind of notice from our, I guess, our recent videos and stuff is we're mainly Glock shooters when it comes to handguns. I conceal carry a Glock. He's got some Franken Glock that he cobbled together back a while ago.
It's a Gen 3 frame with a
Suarez Industry.
Gen 4 Suarez slide with an Arenado +5 base plate and
some stipple job by somebody here in Ohio.
Hey, she runs though. I'll tell you what.
and I've usually run my Roland Special, but
when I picked up the dagger too to do like a
little
rolling, a little budget rolling type thing. So.
Well, that's still a project that's in the works that I mean I think is going to be fun because I've got the OG Roland Special, Gen 4 Glock 19, KKM barrel comp. RMR Type 2 now.
Flared mag, the whole shebang.
Surefire suppressor height sights.
Yep.
X300 now it's got an X300 Ultra on it, I believe. That one's got the Ultra.
Same thing but different. I mean,
Yeah, I say because it had the regular X300, which was 500 lumens. That's what the OG. That's what actually that light right there was on that gun. Took it off, got the 1000 lumen guy, and flared magwell, and it's got the I think I put the Zevtech Fulcrum trigger in it.
Yes.
So, but anyways, I've ran that gun a lot. I've ran it through classes. I've ran it in concealed carry it every day. I mean, it's a great gun. But anyways,
Going on to why we started that is just with Glock Gen 6 coming out.
Yeah,
I mean, that's going to be a hot topic for a while. Just kind of just fading into the the Glock 6 hype. I know there's been some bigger YouTubers that have already got their hands on it, that have shot it, that have not done reviews, but like kind of done a first look on it. Hopefully when that drops for us, we're not to that caliber yet to where we can
to stuff.
Yeah, we get flown out and invited to stuff and whatever else. But once that Gen 6 drops, I mean, hopefully we'll have one
when they drop. Preferably
the first couple hours. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like we get it ordered, whatever, when it drops, we go pick it up, whatever we got to do to get it. And just kind of have a video of that. But the main thing is we just want to kind of talk about the Glock, the Gen 6 Glock, because everyone knows that they discontinued the Gen 5s, or certain Gen 5s.
All Gen 5s. Except for the Glock 48 and the 43X.
Yep. And then I think there was one other one, but 90% of the Gen 5s are gone.
It's all their single stack stuff.
And then they came out with the Gen Vs for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By the time this gets out or whatever else, and then they're already, the whole thing was the California and the switch and all this other stuff, and people were already getting switches and stuff and putting it on.
And that's the thing is everybody's giving like Glock such a hard time about this. It's like, do you know how many lawsuits they go through?
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean,
I'm sure.
And at the end of the day, Glock tries to keep their guns competitively priced.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
I mean, it's a polymer princess for a reason. You know what I mean?
I say it's a Honda Civic handguns. Like, literally, Glocks for the longest time were the best gun you could get for the money.
Yeah.
Because anything you wanted that was comparable to Glock was at least $200 to $300 more.
Yes.
Or like I said, or more. So like you get a Glock 19. I remember I think my first Glock 19 was like $420, $419. And at that time, sitting right next to it, there was a SIG 226 for I think it was like $1,100 or something like that. And it was like,
well, even just saying that and thinking about it, like 15 years ago when you bought your first Glock or so.
Yeah.
$400. What are they now? 600?
Yeah.
550, 600.
We're gonna try to get ours blue label using my discount. But,
so even in that 10 to 12 year span, they've only gone up $200 over all the BS that's happened in the gun community and everything else.
Blue label, so it's probably around $475, $480.
Yeah.
So it's gone up $120 in the last 15 years.
Can't really complain about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't get me wrong. The gun industry has caught up.
Yeah.
There's other guns out now that are comparable to Glock in performance, reliability, and price.
Yeah. And you could even say, us being Glock fanboys, there are guns that are better than Glock.
Yeah, like we haven't had a chance to get our hands on one yet, but the Springfield Echelon is supposed to be phenomenal.
Yep.
SIG doesn't really have anything that compares with Glock, except for the one that goes off by itself.
It's true. It's very true.
You can't even give away a 320 right now.
You can't.
I mean, literally, I think I saw one online, a used one. Somebody posted a picture of one in a gun shop going for like $140.
Yeah.
For the M17 or the M18.
You sent me that picture.
But anyways, like most gun shops, I know all of our gun shops around us. They
won't even take them.
We've got two big gun shops that are very close to us. Like I said, one's Sportsman's Den, the other one's Fin Feather for Outfitters. And neither one of them will even take one on trade.
Nope.
I think actually they won't even take like 365s anymore or anything because SIG is so tainted right now that nobody wants to even touch them.
The only thing I really haven't heard bad about would be the fuse. I mean,
well, 365. The 365 doesn't have issues.
The 365 are nice, but and the fuses are just the longer barrel.
The metal version.
Yeah, well, isn't it a longer barrel and stuff
the X
too?
Macro is the longer slide.
Okay, yeah, that's one you have.
So there's the X Macro TAC, the X Macro, and the Legion, or not Legion, Fuse. That's
the Fuse.
But anyways, I mean, that kind of doesn't give you a lot of comfort in carrying a SIG product. I mean, I carried the 365 for a year and a half.
And you stopped carrying it.
I haven't carried it since the airman got shot and killed.
And it's not even. It wasn't even It wasn't even that gun.
I know.
You know, it was
just like I've lost.
But it's just tainted, like you said. I don't want to lose my member.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I carry
like,
appendix. That thing's pointed at my family jewels.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to lose my member. Like,
I'm gonna stick with Glock.
yeah, I'm gonna stick with Glock to keep my
everything intact.
Well, yeah. But yeah,
shoot a Glock to protect your cock.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I was going with it.
But no, I mean it's just one of those. So we're gonna plan on getting a Gen 6 because there are some cool features about it.
Yeah.
But we kind of talked about Glock there are a lot of lawsuits and it has to do with the switches and stuff like that. And people say, oh, well, they're bending the knee. They're not bending the knee. People don't understand how big California is and how many people live in California and how many police agencies in California use Glock. So if they lose the ability to sell guns and Glocks in California, that takes out a huge percentage of their sales. And also all those legal fees, those are going to transfer into a higher priced product for us. So I'm not mad at Glock. I mean, people don't understand too, like Glock is notorious for every 7 to 8 years, maybe longer, 7 to 10 years, coming out with a new generation.
Yeah.
The Gen 4 or the Gen 5 came out in 2017?
2017.
So we're due for a new one.
The only thing that you could say would be the V to the 6. Obviously, it was like a 6 month or 6 week period, but that was just because I think, honestly, just from my point of view, I think the V was like a panic thing.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a panic thing. It's kind of like a Glock Gen 5.5.
Yeah, Gen 5 or V2 or whatever you want to call it.
So it's we never really got our hands on one. You don't really see much about them. It'd probably be worth picking one up just to kind of.
I'm sure once the 6 comes out, the Vs will probably drop in price or something.
Well, they're going to stop making them. It's just going to be a short, limited run kind of gun. That would be a good collector's item. But the Gen 6, I mean, let's talk about it just briefly. Another thing is everybody kind of gets on Glock for like not
innovating or
changing stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to think about it from a Glock standpoint. Like the U.S. civilian population buys a lot of Glocks, but there's also a lot of militaries around the world that use Glocks. Mm-hmm. So you got to think about it. Say somebody back in the 90s, a military bought a bunch of Gen 2 Glock 17s, and that's what they've trained on and used from the 90s till today. And then they've got to go order new Glock handguns. They got to get some new handguns for their military. If Glock keeps on changing stuff, like us, we've got YouTube, we've got the ability to go to ranges, talk to your buddies that own guns. You go to these foreign countries, these different countries, a lot of countries you can't own a gun.
Yeah.
So like guys like that are using that's the only handgun they've ever shot is a Glock 17. So they don't have the mind frame to even know how to operate a different handgun or, grip angle, whatever it may be.
Even just to break it down, clean it, we'll do anything like that. Like
armors, know how to fix them, that kind of stuff. So Glock doesn't want to do anything too crazy to where, say when that military goes to buy another batch of Glocks, they've got to go through and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on ammunition to retrain their soldiers how to shoot that new handgun, how to operate that new handgun, put out new user manuals on how to, field manuals on how to break the gun down, how to field strip them, everything like that. So that's why Glock doesn't really go nuts on the innovation standpoint as far as changing stuff too rapidly. With the Gen 6, this will be the first Glock since, I guess the Gen V and then the Gen 6 are going to be the first Glocks that have came out since Gatz and Glock died.
Yeah.
So, and you can kind of see that. Gatz and he didn't really want to change stuff. He had a product that worked and he was like, that's what we're sticking with.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, it's an old cliche saying, but it works on a lot of different things.
Yeah. So, and we're kind of seeing that with the new Gen 6. It's got some aggressive stippling.
It looks mean.
Yeah.
Like it looks.
I'm hoping it feels
aggressive.
kind of like the RTF finish.
Yeah.
Because both of us have in the past, and I still own a couple Larry Vickers
best
17.
Best Glock that's ever been made.
Yeah. As 100%. Far as the grip, that RTF2 finish is phenomenal.
That aggressive texture on it and everything else. Yeah.
So the Gen 6, I'm hoping it's kind of like that. It's got a flat face trigger, so they're coming up with the times.
Yep. It's got, and it not even just a simple job, but it is undercut.
Yep.
It's the gas pedals are milled a little bit deeper.
So it's actually got gas pedals. Glock doesn't come with the gas pedals.
Well, I'm saying the Gen 6.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's a new thing. It's not deeper. They're just actually there for the first time.
Yeah, I guess it's not just a rounded surface, but better purchase.
Yeah.
Push down on the gun and stuff.
Different optics mounting.
The different optic mounting. You can fit a what? RMR, RMSC, Delta Point, and something else. I think you can do
direct thread.
Yeah, without getting a plate.
Yeah,
and then obviously like your acros and stuff, you just get a plate and it goes right on there and stuff like that. That alone, because Glock in general, I mean the MOS, I mean it works for what it is.
There's a lot of horror stories. There's a lot of people that say that, the MOS platform is not good. So there's a bunch of different companies that make aftermarket plates for them and stuff. My Glock 19 that I've been running for years, I've never had an issue with it.
I haven't with mine either. Mine's RMR cut, and all I had to do is just put that little shim in there just for the battery connection.
Mine's actually the actual MOS cut. Like it's an actual Glock Gen 4
MOS.
Yeah. And everybody talks about how unreliable that system is. I've shot over 25,000 rounds to that gun. And the only time I've ever had to re-zero it or do anything is when I changed the battery out on my RMR.
Yeah.
Is reconfirm 0. But I've racked that off stuff. We beat the
dog crap out of that thing.
We beat the snot out of that
dog out of it.
But in saying that, I used a torque wrench, tightened everything to the correct foot-pounds. I mounted everything exactly by the book. And with doing that and saying that, I've never had an issue.
It's weird. If you do something correct, it lasts and it actually does what it's supposed to do. Not people over here with, just going down and tightening it and snapping it. Yeah, just ugga-dugga in it. But
Hercules.
I mean, it just kind of, it's with the, going off what he said, like with the Gen 6, like, speaking on the RMR, like, is the RMR just kind of what you brought up with, replacing the battery. Like, the battery being underneath is still, in my opinion, old technology behind the times and stuff. But it's hard to justify that, I don't even want to say minor, but that one con to all the pros that you get from an RMR.
Yeah.
Like you could literally use it as a hammer and it's going to hold 0 and you're going to go, and you're going to go to work with it. So
and also Trojancon's a great company.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even break my RMR Gen 1 that I used to have, or I still have. I didn't even break it. It was just getting scratched up from racking it off stuff over and over again, beating it up.
So I sent, throw that bad boy in.
Yeah, so I sent it into them, and it was 10 years old at that time when I sent it in.
And they upgraded it.
Yeah, they put in new glass. They upgraded all the internals to Gen 2. I think they sent me a bill for like $80 because they called me like, hey, do you want us to do that? And I'm like, yeah, do it up. So $80, and it's brought it up to Gen 2 RMR Type 2 specs, not Gen 2, Type 2.
Yeah, Type 2, yeah.
But, and that's – so as far as innovation goes, I'd say that's probably the most innovative difference about the Glock Gen 6. That and also it's going to have a little bit more of a contoured mag grip.
Yep.
So it actually fills the hand a little better,
yep.
Which I'm excited to play with.
I think it just like the Gen 5, I think it has a stock flared magwell already in it, slightly flared.
And that's the thing is like them updating the optics mounting platform. That's a huge deal.
That's a big deal.
Like that's like the biggest thing you hear about the Echelon is it's got the best mounting platform. And I'm gonna argue to say the Shadow Systems is just as good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it uses these little plastic shims you put in the back, different sizes, and it lines up the holes perfectly. You throw your freaking screws in. But yeah, that'll be an interesting comparison. I'm interested to see how the Gen 6 compares to the Shadow Systems MR920p.
Yeah, that'll be a nice versus head-to-head type video to see.
I'm willing to say like
$1,000 out the gate, or roughly $600-700, whatever it'll be. If you're not getting Blue Label or whatever else, but just see if that extra $300-400 is going to be worth it.
Yeah.
So,
and that's kind of the thing too. Is like as you guys see, we kind of go for like, reliable Gucci. We're not going to go crazy Gucci, but like as far as like this is what we're kind of dubbing the budget.
Yeah, and that's the thing I want to kind of bring up. I seen this the other day, and I really liked it. There's a difference between budget and cost effective. I was saying cost effective.
Okay.
Like, we say the word budget a lot. We do, because it is what it is. Is this a budget gun? Not really. It's a cost effective gun. A budget gun would be, you know, a Sky with, just something along those lines where it's like you're
Rip Sky. They don't even make them anymore.
yeah, like something that you're not gonna like if you want to get like a high point and throw a dot on it, like that to me is
Don't throw shade at our local gun.
that to me is budget, like
High points are made very close to us.
bottom barrel budget. Like I would say more so cost effective is what we should actually be saying, but it's just
But yeah, so we've got some experience between cost effective to you don't care about money at all and just are willing to just take hundreds of dollars and just throw it away. So yeah, so we kind of got a little bit of everything when it comes to the enclosed emitter.
Yeah.
We got to decide on what optic to put on that Gen 6.
Yeah, so we kind of went on a little bit of a tangent, but yes, this did all tie into the Gen 6. I promise you, it all tied into the Gen 6. So
if anybody by chance from Primary Arms sees this, the
HTX1,
HXT,
HTX, HXT, you know what we're talking about.
that the one you can't get.
Yeah, the one
out
that's
for a
been
year.
back order for 9 months.
That their spokesperson for the company, Grand Thumb, he hasn't even put a video out.
Yeah, I know he's been running it. I mean, I seen yeah.
Okay.
I seen Mr. Guns and Gear put a video out on
Yeah.
it finally. My dog is barking again.
It's all right.
So hopefully you guys don't hear that.
Yeah, if you do, it's okay. You'll live.
But yeah, just kind of tying into the whole Gen 6 thing before we, get to another topic / kind of wrapping up. But so we will have one here on the channel, hopefully within the first, very limited time of a drop. Get that thing out to the range, put some rounds down it, get some B-roll, showing some behind the scenes of it. First looks, the whole spiel.
Those
that
are
we
first
like to
impressions
do.
more than anything.
Yeah.
Just because like I said, we've both shot a lot of different Glocks over the years. How many Glocks do you have? 1, 2?
Two plus.
I've got like 18. I think maybe more, but I'm going to say 18 just to be safe.
I have 2.
I've shot a lot of Glocks over the years.
I've shot a lot of Glocks. I've shot about 18.
He shot my Glocks.
So I'm saying I shot about 18 or so. But yeah, I mean that's the kind of thing too. Like that's the biggest thing that we're going to be looking at is this Gen 6?
If you have a Gen 4 or Gen 5, is it worth going out and picking up a brand new Gen
Exactly.
6?
Is it going to be worth the $600-700 that you got to pay for, or whatever it may be, to have a flat face trigger, to have some gas pedals that you can't do yourself with a Dremel?
And also the nice thing is, like we talked about, all of our gear, everything is around a Glock handgun. So we'll be able to get that, and we'll be able to test it in a multitude of different holsters.
Yeah.
Try a bunch of different magazines, whether they be Magpul mags, Mech-Gar mags, factory Glock mags. I mean, and there's certain things like this mag he's got here, this Larry Vickers base plate. It really works well. It doesn't work in the Roland Special.
No.
Because if you have a flared mag well, these little tabs stick out too far and you can't actually insert the magazine.
It won't lock into place.
So, we'll be able to kind of go over some of that stuff right off the rip, get a bunch of different holsters out, throw them in different holsters, see how it fits.
And them holsters range from before the whole spiel happened with T-Rex, Ragnarok, Sidecar, Bravo, Raven, Tier 1, Safari. I mean, there's 8, 9, 10 different holsters that we can put it in.
Raven, Bravo
to show the difference of, hey, this fits, this don't. Even in our Fast Fire video, if you guys didn't see it, go ahead and go watch it after this. But we found out that Fast Fire E does not fit without some modifications into the Safariland
SLS ALS system. So the one that's got the hood, they're level 3, the hood, the button, all the different stuff you got to go through to draw that son of a gun. Really slowed down my draw time a little bit, but I'm getting better.
Getting there. That's why we train.
Yeah.
But
you don't practice till you get it right. You practice till you don't get it wrong. Anyways.
But just kind of going onto the next topic.
SHOT Show.
SHOT Show.
SHOT Show's coming up.
We are going to be there. No, we're not.
Maybe next year.
We are not. We are not. And honestly, from what I've heard, man,
I don't care. I want to go.
I mean, I want to go too. Don't get me wrong. I want to go,
care.
but like
what you're about to say,
I think
wanna go.
I think it's the people that get to go every single year.
Yeah, they get burned out on it.
Yeah, like I want to go.
For us,
Don't get
it
me
would be
wrong.
exciting as crap.
But a lot of people say you go there, you walk around for a day or two,
You get
and
sick.
Everyone gets sick because, and it's Flag Central there. Everyone's like, oh, look at this thing. What's that do? Hey, look at it. It's like, hey, that's got a barrel in it. But just kind of fading into Gen 6 of the SHOT Show. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more information before the Gen 6 drops because it's like a week before it's supposed to drop.
Is it?
If I'm not,
I think the Gen 6 comes out on the 20th, and SHOT Show is usually around the 20th.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I've seen January 28th was when the Glock 6 is supposed to drop.
Okay, see, I saw the 20th,
But even regardless, there's still going to be a lot of information before or as that gun drops.
yeah.
So there's going to be a lot more information out there about the the Gen 6. Who knows what they have down the pipe?
Well, the SCAR Gen 2.
The FN booth.
I'm hoping that gets dropped at SHOT Show.
The FN booth is going to be, I think, going to be nuts this year. They have a Did you see that? Like that Warhammer gun, like the grenade launcher that you put mag. It's a mag fed grenade launcher.
That thing's cool as crap.
It's like, come on now, let me get one of them. Like, shoot.
Wouldn't be able to afford to feed it. But,
Yeah.
But no, it's FN. We're hoping they come out with the SCAR Gen 2, and I'm hoping they don't change it too much. Because as you guys saw, if you haven't, go back and watch our SCAR video. I've been running a SCAR 17 for
About 7-8 years now.
since 2014. About it in late 2013, early 2014.
So about 11, 12 years, going on 12. Yeah.
If you look back on our other channel, Daily Dose of R&R, is that what it's called?
Daily R&R.
Daily R&R.
This is Daily Dose.
This is Daily Dose. That's Daily R&R.
A lot of R&Rs thrown around.
A lot of R's, a bunch of hard R's. But yeah, so one of my OG videos from 11, 12 years ago, that's if you go back and watch, that's before I had Logan. That's when I was trying to edit them myself. And by editing, I pressed start, did a one take, pressed stop, uploaded to YouTube. So if you guys go back and watch.
Messing with this mic, dog. I can't find a good. Go ahead.
Put your hands down. Just put it on the table. But yeah, anyways, we're going to hopefully see the SCAR Gen 2 because I've been running Gen 1 for a while. And from the little leaks I've kind of seen and heard about, it's going to be a regular SCAR with an extended handguard.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be I don't think they're going to mess with it a whole lot.
Yeah,
personally.
I mean, hopefully they mess with the
think they
price because that's the biggest thing about the SCAR.
I ain't got $4,000, dog.
No, normal people don't have $4,000 sitting around to go pick up a 308 battle rifle that is expensive to feed. The magazines are $50 to $60 a pop.
And there's no P mags. There's no other variations. Yeah. It's just straight FN SCAR mags.
Yeah. So I mean, and then I think it hopefully comes with a better trigger too.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not terrible, but for the price, it should be. It should be.
No, it's terrible.
Trigger.
You've never shot a factory SCAR trigger.
Yeah, that's true. Because
mine's got a Geisley.
Yeah, you got a Geisley in it.
I got a Geisley Super SCAR. Go spend $4,000 on a gun. Spend another $325 on a trigger.
Yeah,
because the factory trigger in it sucks. That PSA or not PSA? Yeah. PSA Saber has a better trigger than a factory SCAR. 100%.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that I'm hoping to see some cool stuff from FN. Because when they stopped making the SCAR 17 and the SCARs all together, they put out, the market's changed this and it's like the market hasn't changed. Every Call of Duty playing kid from Modern Warfare 2 on has wanted a SCAR 17. But
I mean, literally, anyone who's around our age in their mid to early 30s,
they hear I've got a SCAR and
you played Modern Warfare 2. You played 2009 Modern Warfare 2, not this new junk, but you played the OG Call of Duties. You bust out the SCAR with the silencer. I mean, that was the creme de la creme gun. Like that was hard hitting 308, like dropping nukes with it and everything else. Like that gun, even when it goes away, that gun will never go away.
What did the kids say? That gun was meta? Is that what?
It was based.
Based?
Is that what? I don't know.
Did they nerf it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got buffed. I think that's the correct term is that it's based.
Based.
Okay. Brennan Herrera says it a lot.
Nice.
So, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, like if that gun ever goes away, it's never going to go away.
No.
Like never.
And and like I said, I got that gun a long time ago. I was working at Sportsman's Den. I got a heck of a deal on it. And it's like, I couldn't afford a new SCAR right now. I mean, I could afford it, but I couldn't justify it.
Yes. There's a difference between affording something and being able and justifying that money. Like,
yeah. But I mean, the SCAR is a phenomenal gun. That's the thing is, like, still to this day, it's a hard gun to beat as far as everything that it does. It weighs 8 pounds without all the stuff I put on it. So
she thick.
It's got a 16 and a quarter inch chrome lined barrel.
Yep.
It's got a folding stock. The gun is ridiculously accurate.
I mean, a 16 inch to 16 and a quarter. I mean, a quarter inch. You're looking.
You can do a lot of damage with a quarter inch.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, but yeah, like he said, just the specs of the SCAR itself. I mean, you're not getting
everything.
A rifle like that for cheap. You're not. I mean, and they can justify. Do I think that they're a little out of the times with their prices? Yes, I honestly think they do.
I mean, especially with
that they are.
Looking at PSA, they've got the Jackal 308.
Yep.
It does a lot of stuff the SCAR does.
Yeah. Is it as quality and top tier? No, but
the biggest downfall of the Jackal, where it wouldn't fit my needs, is it's not as accurate. I'm seeing between 3 and 5 MOA. The SCAR, we're seeing between 1 and 2 max,
depending on ammo.
Yeah, I mean it's ammo dependent. You use good ammo. I mean, you're at 1 MOA or under 1 MOA. So, there's a lot of different AR-10s out. There's different guns. So it's like, do all of them do everything a SCAR does? No, but is one of them's close enough for a lot cheaper?
I would say that I would rebuttal that they all do what a SCAR can do, but they can't do it as well as SCAR can do. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They can do everything that a SCAR can do, but they can't do it nearly as well as a SCAR can do. Yeah. So take that with a grain of salt. If you want it, I was real hyped about the Jackal. I really was. And then, I have a 308. I just have a bolt action 308. I got 308 in cases laying around, whatever. But it's like, for what I had, for where my mindset was, where my gear set was, where I was trying to build, I wasn't trying to build around a 308 battle rifle. Yeah. I was trying to build around AR platform, 16-inch kind of a DMR, do-it-all rifle. Eventually here we're going to get 12 and a half, 13 and a half, down the road, stuff like that. But that 308, you can, he can vouch. I was like
on it.
I was wanting it, like, and it just kind of, it fizzled out. Same with like it's different, but it's just kind of like with the X57. Yeah. Like I was wanting the 5.7 2 years ago when they teased it and they said it's going to drop last year. During SHOT Show, and they said it's going to be out 2024 quarter 3 or whatever, and then it got pushed back a year, and then it got pushed back this year from quarter 3 2025 to we have no information. We haven't had any information since they released the teaser like 4 months ago.
Well, and
that's where that came in.
Yeah, I mean that's where
obviously 9 mil in a 5.7 is completely different, but I wanted a PCC backpack, PDW, whatever you want to call it, and it just. Yeah. I was like, I told him, I said, when that thing drops, I'm getting it right off the rip, whatever it may be. But they just kept
pushing it back.
He hauling around, and they don't care, but they lost a customer in it because now, it is what it is. I got my PC charger, and we're going to run the dog crap out of that. So
a little bit of an older platform, but it's still going to be great. But speaking of like PDWs and like small, 9 mil carbines, there's a lot coming out. Hopefully at SHOT Show. Zenith is coming out with a new delayed roller blowback option that takes Glock mags, and that's something I really look for in a pistol caliber setup is going to be that it takes Glock mags. Why? I've got tons of them. My battle belt set up for them. My plate carrier set up for them. If I get something that takes Evo mags or Scorpion mags, I've got to completely change everything. So, and I know that's something that you weren't as keen on as I was. I was definitely more. I've always been. Let's make it take Glock mags. Come on, guys. I know there's memes and everybody jokes around about it, but does it take Glock mags?
At the end of the day, 90% of your people are going to have Glock mags. Yeah. And that's kind of like where I was with this. I was looking at the Mat 9, I was looking at the Jackal 9, I was looking at the Strybog AG, the Glock version, I was looking at the Vector. I was looking at all these different PCCs before, I decided on the PC Charger, mainly because it has Glock Mat capability.
Well, and also the other thing is too is you can get the gun for $650. I mean, we were texting about it a while back, and I was like, dude, I would look at this. You can get them for $650, $700. And the thing about it is like it uses the same operating system as the Jackal. There's a few out there as the Strybog, as even some of your B&Ts and stuff.
B&Ts, the Mac, the Mac MP5s, or the clones or whatever it may be.
Well, no, the MP5 stuff is going to be delayed roller blowback.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they were direct blowback.
No, they're delayed roller blowback. It's the MP5 system. That's but that's like, the Kuna.
Yeah.
That's delayed roller blowback. That Zenith that's coming out, that's going to be delayed roller blowback. I'm very interested in that gun. I think I've already said that, but I'm hoping that gun looks good, works good, and we can pick it up to kind of do a side-by-side with this,
I mean, and just kind of going off with PCCs, like with, kind of talking about SHOT Show, it's like, who knows what's going to be coming around the corner. Like you said, you did see that Zenith one. Yep. You've seen a teaser or a sneak peek or whatever it may be. But you never know. We could get more information on that. We could get more information on different PCCs. These are kind of, not just this one in general, but PCCs are kind of the hotness right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of them. The Dana Defense came out with their PCC for $20-something $100. The B&T's $20-something $100. Jackals are $1,000.
Kunas are
about $1,000. The Strybogs are about $9 to $12, depending on which one you get.
Because Strybog makes one that's delayed roller blowback as well.
Yep.
I've seen it doesn't run as well. It's not as reliable, and it's also like $1,200 or $1,400.
Yeah. So I mean, when you look at something like this, like I would rather spend $200 on a brace. I got the Spark. It was $250, but it was on clearance / sale for $70. So I throw that on here. Light, maybe different forehand or hand stop, whatever it may be.
Because this thing's AR-15 grips.
Yep.
Don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, any AR grip that you want to put on this, you can put on there. So if you want more of a vertical, more angle, whatever you want to be.
Something like the B5, that's a little bit more vertical.
If you got to get the blade, be California compliant.
Not us.
But yeah, so that's just kind of our little spiel, our little talk about SHOT Show coming up. Who knows? Like we said, maybe next year, few years, we might get an invite, or pay for the pass or whatever it is. I don't know.
You have to get invited. You can't just go walk in.
So maybe we'll be cool enough to get invited to a big party like that. But
yeah. And also just one other thing I'm gonna hit on real quick before we're gonna close this thing out. It's a tax stamp. Yep. So come January 1st, we're not gonna be paying $200. So let's talk about the good and the bad. The good, you don't have to pay $200.
Yeah.
That's about the only good for it. The bad, you still have to register the item. So it's still registered to you. The times are definitely going to start taking longer.
Yes.
Because there's going to be a huge influx of people.
Of a lot of people that are wanting it, yeah.
So the more people that are putting in the paperwork, the longer it's going to take for them to get back to you. Hopefully the times still stay down, relatively low. I don't expect to hear about 24-hour turnarounds, though, like we are now. And also the other bad thing is that it's already been proposed. I can't remember what Democrat proposed it, but they proposed for the tax stamp to be like $4,200 because that is an adjusted rate for inflation from the $200 it used to be when it got introduced to now. So is this going to be one of those that anytime a Democrat gets in the White House, the tax stamp's going to jump up to $4,000 or $5,000?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want a suppressor? You better have $5,000 in your bank.
And then as soon as the Republican gets back in office, it'll drop back down to zero or relatively to zero. I hope not. I hope we can just repeal the NFA, taxation without representation. They don't represent any of us. It's they're crooks. So
yeah. I mean, if I want to throw a stock on my short barrel rifle and to make it an SBR, I should be able to do that just to do it. Yeah. I shouldn't have to
ask for permission.
Yeah,
shouldn't have to bend the knee to the overlords.
But I mean, that's unfortunately it's where we are now. Yep. And just going on with the suppressors a little bit. Like with me, I have the Silencer Co. Hybrid 46M multi-cal. Like 5.7 ish up to obviously 9mm up to 458 SOCOM, which. We all know that round's kind of, there and gone.
4570.
Yeah. I can put on 450 Bushmaster, whatever else. Yeah. If I want to throw a suppressor on and go some, go deer hunting or something like that. But just with this in general, a 1/2 inch by 28 threads. I can get the ASMR or the ASMR. I can get the ASR quick detach system. Like I have on the Saber back there. Just start clicking shit. And I can just take that off. That does have a 2-baffle detachable front. That if I want to make it more compact and smaller, obviously I'm going to lose some decibels
Sound
on
reduction.
it. Yeah. So, but I mean, that's the thing too. Like he said, with the influx of everything, wait times are going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And I think people need to understand that. Like, I'm going to wait until January 1st. That's cool. Save yourself $200, but
expect to wait a couple months to get that can.
At least a couple months.
And also the other cool thing too is that like with more people buying them, it's going to influx. It's going to the number of cans being sold is going to just increase a lot. So with that, hopefully innovation comes.
Yeah.
Because the more
a lot of 3D printed cans right now.
Yeah, and if we can get the cost down on those cans to where everybody, it would be a dream to everybody probably to have a dedicated can for each long gun you got.
That'd be great.
Not have to switch them between, just direct thread that bad boy on there
and leave it on there and be done with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have to be just a part of the gun.
Yep.
So
kind of with that, guys. We're going to go ahead and just kind of wrap this up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if you guys made it this long, we appreciate you sticking through this probably hour plus podcast. Our first podcast, our little bit of
intro
to podcast. If you would say
on each one of us.
I know it's a little bit of a crude setup and stuff, but as of right now is what we're working with. Eventually down the road, when this takes off, because that's where we are right now. It's when. We'll get a little podcast room set up and stuff and have some stuff actually dedicated to it. And everything.
Might be breaking ground on a new building here in the spring.
Yep.
The plans are in place, but we'll see if they get executed.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do that, we'll put up a actual real podcast studio in that building.
And it ain't got to be nothing crazy.
Yeah.
We're making it work down here in the basement.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys can tell that it is a little bit of a, I don't want to say quality setup, but we got some quality mics. We got the lights. We've ordered everything. We got the XLR mix amp and everything. We're putting time, effort, and money into this. And we love this. No matter even if we're not getting paid.
And that's really where the core idea of this podcast came from. We were sitting around work. We were down for a certain amount of time. We were sitting around work just bull crapping.
Yep.
And Logan was like, "Why don't we just get some mics and record us doing this?"
And
there might be somebody out there that wants to listen.
Yeah. Even if you guys listen for 5, 10, 15 minutes, that's awesome.
We just got to watch out what we say because there's tens of hundreds of people that are watching this.
Yeah. Or, there might be some of you guys that have made it this far, and we appreciate that more than anything.
Seriously, you guys are the real ones. We appreciate it.
You made it an hour, probably an hour plus of us talking and rambling and just, spitting our information and our facts and our, background history, whatever it may be. Hopefully we can connect with most of you viewers out there, most of you, guys, girls, all 3% of you, which is probably our family, wives, whatever it may be. But the people out there in general, hopefully you can, kind of connect with us. Hey, these are these regular dudes
working 60 to 80 hours a day.
Yeah, 60 to 80 hours a week. That's impressive. But just kind of, just
nothing's given to us.
Everything that you see, everything that you,
and if something is sent to us, we let you guys know.
Yeah, so with that being said, we do, like I said, appreciate every single thing, every single comment, like, subscription. Like I said, if you guys haven't made it this far, he does have a little bit of a. The giveaway thing.
Yeah, I'd say for both channels, for Daily Dose and for Reloads and
Daily
Reps.
R&R.
Daily R&R, sorry. That's one of our.
This is Daily Dose.
And that's also one of our outros. Welcome back to another Daily Dose of R&R.
Like you said, too many R's.
Yes, a lot of R's. Those R's are hard sometimes.
Yeah, I can't roll them either,
So, but yeah, so on both channels, if you guys aren't subscribed to both, subscribe to both because we're going to be giving away Benchmade bug outs. We're going to have 2 of them. We're going to give one out on each channel, and part of those giveaways are you're going to be subscribed to both channels. And on the video that we give you guys the keyword
that you just
safe
got.
word.
Literally, pineapple. It's literally just going to be
Tangerine.
It's going to be
just remember that.
Just a word that we're going to say. Hey, by the way, keyword is going to be bug out or just something along those lines of where that's all the comment has to be.
Yeah,
it's just Benchmade.
So
bug out.
It'll be
pineapple,
a comment on that video. We're going to check to see if you're subscribed to both channels.
Yep.
And we're going to see that you commented on both, and hopefully both, because I'll put you. I mean, in theory. You could win both of them.
Yeah, with all 17 people that are probably going to comment on it, you have a very high chance of winning two brand new Benchmade bug outs.
And these aren't sent to us. It's just a knife I've been carrying for years. I like it a lot. I carry it as a supplemental knife with my defensive knife of the day.
Yeah.
So nothing. They're not sent to us. We're going to go work some doubles and actually buy these knives and send them out to you guys. So, like I said, if you guys have made it this far, awesome.
Yeah.
Go like and subscribe and be on the lookout on the BOL for the Benchmade give out.
BOL.
Be on the lookout.
But yeah, kind of just wrapping up with everything. Broken record, every video is probably going to be on the podcast too. We appreciate every single comment, subscription, like, if it's hate, if it's good, if it's constructive criticism. You guys let us know what you want to see, what you want us to talk about, give us ideas, give us tips, whatever, because all that's going to do is help us make better content, better quality for you guys, to where it's not as hard on your ears. It's not as hard on your eyes. You know what I mean? But, with that being said, make sure you do turn on those notifications for every video that gets dropped. If it's a podcast, long form, regular video, short, whatever it may be. Keep those likes, comments, and subscriptions going. And as always,
we'll see you guys next time with your Daily Dose podcast brought to you by R&R.
We'll see you guys.